let's check out how to manipulate this picker view. So if you want to pan this view, you just use the middle mouse button, press and drag. Okay, you don't need to actually use the Alt hotkey, just use the middle mouse button to drag it. And just like Maya, you can use the Alt key and right clicking on this view and drag to zoom in and out. To reset this view to its default size, you just use the Alt key and double click this right mouse button to reset a view to its default size. Also, you can use Control key and Alt key and just frame the rectangle to enlarge that area. Okay. Also, if you have select something here, for this attribute button, you can just use the F key. See, I use the F key but the effect to Maya. So this is confused. That's because right now the MG-PickerStudio is not in focus. It's not the current active window. So the hotkey you use, just go to Maya. So to use the hotkey in this MG-PickerStudio, you just middle mouse button to activate this window again. So that way you can use F to zoom in to show that selected button. Alternatively, you can just deselect it and use F key. Make sure that current MG-PickerStudio is in the current window. You can middle mouse to confirm that and use F hotkey. It will zoom out to show all the contents of the current picker file or picker node. Okay, you just use the Alt key and right mouse button to double click to reset to the default view. So why I have to keep middle mouse button to activate this window? Because if you select some nodes here, by default the animator select a node and the next thing he gonna do is to keyframe them. He tend to use the S hotkey in Maya to keyframe them. So this is the default behavior. If you select a select button here and if you press a command button or something like that, it will activate the Maya's window instead, so that you can use Maya's hotkey directly. But that lead to another problem. Sometimes you want to use the hotkey that works only in MG-PickerStudio. You must use this middle mouse button activated first. Okay, to browse different picker panels, say there's a picker panel here for body panel and pose panel and facial panel. So if you want to jump to the pose panel very quickly or the facial panel very quickly, you just using these digital hotkeys. Okay, so in the title area of each picker panel, there's a digital here, 0 and 1 and 2. You can just use this 0 hotkey to show the body panel and 1 hotkey to show the pose panel and 2 hotkey for the facial panel. Okay, this is very handy, but for the 0 hotkey, it's not that easy to actually find that key. So you can use the tilde key instead. The tilde key is below the escape key on the top left corner of your keyboard. So you can use the tilde key to go to the first panel, which has a panel index 0. These are some skills you use to manipulate this viewport, and by default there should be a scroll bar here, since we have pretty long picker files being opened. So you can go to the journal. By default the scroll bar visible is there, so there will be these scroll bars, but you actually don't need it, and so you can just turn off the scroll bar visible. You know that using the middle mouse button you are able to pan it. And usually in an animation scene, there's multiple characters, so you end up with opening multiple pickers like this. And if you want to switch between these pickers, you just use the Control Tab hotkey to switch between them. If you hold the Control key, doesn't release it, and it will show this dialog. You can manually pick one picker file, so jump to that file or node. Another benefit of this switch panel, you can just using the mid mouse button to click on this icon to close this memory picker. Say I just close it. So this way you can close a picker really quick. And if you want to show this picker, say Mary picker and mom picker simultaneously. So how to do that? You can just go to this layout button and switch to 2 columns, and you can just left mouse button click on mom tab and drag it to here. That way you can show 2 picker files simultaneously in this UI. And there's a whole lot of other layouts predefined here. For maximum, you can open up 4 picker files and show them at the same time. Say I have 4 picker files already open in this single layout, and I switch to the 2 row speed button, and you can manually just drag this tab to each area. And another way to do that is use this evenly distribute pickers, and that way it will try its best to distribute this picker file to these areas. Just like Maya, you can use the hotkey spacebar to switch between these multiple layout and single layout, like you did to the Maya 3D reports. Okay. So these are the skills regarding of this multiple view, and if you are happy with this layout and want the program be boot in this layout, you can just go to the save layout, and next time you load up the MG-Picker in animator mode, it will remain in this layout for you.